So tonight's webinar is based on the program that took me years to develop to help people to in any part, whatever they want. Some people feel stuck, locked in whatever they are, to help them to move to their vision, or to create a vision for them, to get them to their dream. Initially, it was open for everyone, and it was very, very vague. And I saw that most people that come to us would come because of career questions, career problems. Either they were working 9 to 5 and wanted to transition into their okay. Oh wow, Moshe joining us. So either people wanted to transition to start their own business, like 60% of our clients, and 40% or more, I'm not sure, they have small business. People have their small business, and they feel stuck. They got to some level, or maybe not far at all, and they know what to do. They just don't do it. So this kind of two main categories of clients. Hey Moshe and hey Brian, happy to see you guys. I will mute you for a second, and if I can see your face, will be even better, because at least I see some people here. Oh, Moshe, you're brave. Good. Thank you. So I have people that came to us that wanted to lose weight. I'm not a lost weight coach, but someone couldn't lose weight for 30 years, and within 8 weeks she was able to start doing this. Because whatever it is, we have similar challenges. The only question is how to get there. Okay, so let me just share with you. There are 8 ingredients. What I found, actually, here we have a few people that were part of my program. Brian is here, and I see Moshe is actually one of our speakers of the program. Okay, so let me share with you here. So we have 8 modules. These 8 modules are 8 ingredients for success. And I would like to share with you today a little bit more kind of an overview. We go a little bit in each of them. And if you're able to tackle each of them a little bit, if you want to go even deeper, then you have a higher chance to get to your success, whatever it is. Either it's to start your own business, to scale your business, whatever it is. Let me just see. Okay. Brian, can you hear me? So you joined us. Okay, fine. Whenever you answer, I'll ask you some questions. So there are 8 ingredients which I'll discuss. Number 1 is clarity about your vision, what you want. So we have the whole, we spend a lot of time going deeper and deeper. Today, I'll try to give that first ingredient more time to create your crystal clear vision. Once you create that vision, we'll see what happens. So second one, creating your why, the purpose, whatever it is. Living a purpose, meaning, and motivation. Third ingredient we discovered, and it's layers. You have to build layer upon that layer, connect to your best self. To actually start living the way your best self should live, and act like your best self should act right now, not waiting until that day will happen. Then module number 4, or fourth ingredient for you guys today, is to shift your mindset to attain more positivity and performance. That's when Moshe here comes to us and helps us with this module, how the way you measure your success and will determine if you're going to get to your goal, to your vision, to your dream or not. Okay, that's fourth ingredient. Ingredient number 5 is, now we're going to go to more negative part of our experience. So first you build up on positive, and then you start working on negative things, because you cannot ignore things that are stopping you from your success. You might be very excited, and you might know what to do and have purpose and meaning and all of the great things, and at the same time you might be very stuck in your journey because you have certain self-sabotage behavior. We'll discuss also a little bit. Ingredient number 6 is to overcome limiting beliefs. Okay, one second, the ingredient number 6 is to overcome your limited beliefs. So this is also the negative, because if you're going to be stuck in those beliefs, they will determine how you're going to, if you're going to slow down or even stop in the middle of your journey, especially if it's a hard journey. Like some people want to start business or to scale the business, and it's a hard journey. A lot of things. Number 7 ingredient, to go back into our past a little bit. I'm not a therapist, I did study under many therapists, and I know a lot of stuff. It's not my job. We do dedicate a big chunk of our time to go back into the past and see what are the things that stop you from what you want to accomplish. And then number 8 is leaping from faith to confidence, which means the 8 ingredients is confidence. How to deal with fear and how to move it into confidence. Okay, so once again, 8 ingredients are right here. If you're interested, I can send it to you. If you send me your email address or whatever, I'll send you these ingredients. Okay, good. Stop share. Any questions before we go into more details? Okay, so fine. These 8 ingredients, you can check the questions. You can ask me. Okay, so 8 ingredients. I'm sure there are more. I discovered that these 8, if you invest in them, your life will change. Your life will change. I have people that joined our program. We have one here, Brian, and they are doing review for the entire program many times on their own. So I gave them some recordings and material. And also I have people that use for one purpose. Let's say I have one guy, he wants to start his own business. He started his own business. Thank God, I might show you, maybe not, probably not, whatever. He started his own business after first program. He sent his wife to us, his rabbi to us, all his friends at our programs. After he finished working on his business, he still works on it. He decided to use the same tools to work on his marriage. Beautiful. It works. Okay. So now let me start with the first ingredient. Okay, the first one is design and start to live your ideal life. Hopefully we have some time at the end. I would like to have an exercise with you. Yeah, a few minutes. We have an exercise. Actually, no, let's do it right now. So I don't want to wait. But if you want to be a volunteer, be part of this experience, get pen and paper for yourselves to get this experience right now. I want to give a taste. It's on a, as I mentioned, on a taste of what we do there. If you have one volunteer, I'll do this exercise right away with you to help you to create proper vision, to get clarity about it, and you'll see the gap between what you want and where you are right now, and then that will already start to motivate you to take those steps. So that's a huge thing. So a lot of things what we do, like Sam mentioned, they want to work on motivation, is each step, each ingredient that we developed, the first 4 ingredients, they will help you with your motivation. Number 1 is once you know exactly what you want, are they going to get there? Okay, it's a process, but we might be able to get somewhere. One volunteer, I give you 5 seconds. Yes, yes, no, no, and otherwise it'll be more theory than practical for you. It's up to you. Moish, you want? Fine, let's do it with you. But I don't hear you.
How are you, David? Shalom.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
Awesome. Good. So you want to volunteer to make it more practical and less theoretical. So by the way, I do not, I'm not into, I mean, I like information, but I'm more into transformation. That's why people come to us, not because they want to know more. They want to know more, and the free links and cheap books to buy. Okay. Good. So let's do this one exercise. Actually, I have people that told me, I mean, this exercise was part of the bigger picture of what we would do, but people were able to manifest their lives in the middle of the program. Not everyone, quite a few. I'm one of them. Every time I work on my own things and great things happen. So number 1, manifestation, if you believe, fine. I believe it happens. I believe that I'm an observant Torah Jew, and I believe that we are co-creators with God. So you can actually create your life. You have to know what you want. So I have people that want to create life, but have so many blocks inside of them, they create life with a lot of blocks. Okay, so it's important to know what you really want. And once you connect to it, number 1, you're going to see more opportunities. Number 2, I had a client, a couple clients actually, and they told me once they did this first module, they realized that the big goal, first of all, they made the goal much bigger. They thought it was big, was actually not so big, because they realized it's possible to get there and make it even bigger. And they start taking steps. And it's very, very exciting. So my goal, I tell people, my goal is not to get you from A to Z. That's your job. My goal is to help you to get from A to B. maybe to C, maybe if you're very lucky. So then you'll have the tools you know what to do to get to Z on your own. Okay, Moshe. So
Yes.
let me ask you. So let's imagine that this exercise will transport us into 3 years from now. Okay. So the idea is our mind does not know the difference between future, past, and present. It lives in present. So that's why this exercise. Imagine right now it's 2026, April 25th, and
These last 2 hairs are gone.
yes, exactly. So you imagine how old you are. Then you tell us. You can tell us because to make it even more.
I'll be 3 years. I'll be 42.
42. Good. 1 year younger than me currently. That's fine. I have more gray hair than you. Okay. So tell me. Let me just actually pull out my certain areas to make it even cooler. Here. So I'm going to give you certain areas right here of your life. Let me share with you. Imagine you had 3 most successful years of your life. Okay, you don't have to go through all of them. Actually, when my clients in my program, we go very deep into this. I'll show what I have here. Just hold this a second. So here I have all 13 areas of my own life with next 3 years, which is exciting because that reminds me, and a lot of things are being accomplished without me doing much, because somehow I started the process already by dreaming. So the way you dream is to require what's called conditions. Number one, it needs to be realistic vision. We're not dreaming here because it's not going to help you. If it's going to be completely impossible to get to that goal. Number two, it needs to be ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not you, if you don't want to, if you're not an ambitious person who doesn't want to get those goals, that's fine. It's up to you. It's your life. We're just trying to help you to kind of create a proper framework to get to your goals. That's your goals. Okay, if these are your goals. Ambitious, number one, and number two, realistic. So now you tell me, say, hey, David, I didn't see you in 3 years, and let me share with you my life. What happened in my life last 3 years? You just tell me about your story, present tense. So what will happen to you guys? Psychology behind it is you are going to start to, your mind will start kind of think, oh, actually this happens to me already. And then once you feel this way, I also do meditation with my clients, some hypnotherapy, all kinds of cool stuff to get even deeper into your system. But right now, let's use our few minutes as much as we can to maximize them. Okay, so the idea is for you to connect to your vision. And what will happen as well, maybe not right away, but you also, I suggest do the same. If you can take pen and paper, I'll do the same right now for myself. You'll activate your mind. You might come up with some more ideas, what you really want, which you didn't think about. Happened to me a few months ago. Kind of didn't think about that. I actually, someone saw my guitar here. I do play guitar, like my friend Moshe here. And I never dreamt that I could start playing in a band, like on the side for fun. Like, why not? I'm a rabbi, I have a business, I'm like too busy with everything else. And it's one of my dreams one day. And it happened just because I was started thinking about it. I'm very excited about it, actually. I don't want to do this for my own hobby. Okay, good. Awesome. So Moshe, please start. And everyone else here, Ben, Jason, Albert, Rosalma, Martin, everyone, please, for yourself. So let's give us 2 minutes, which I start now, and you can finish on your own. Less than 2 minutes, and you can see here, Moshe, either you want to tell us all of them, some of them. If you don't feel comfortable to share with others, that's fine, as long as it's in your mind on the paper.
Do you ideally want me to start going through the areas where I am?
No order.
Just talk.
Yeah, just to start telling
Okay,
me.
but now that I see these topics, it's like you said, now I'm thinking about these things.
Exactly. So just yesterday, I was talking to someone, and we did this exercise in depth, not like right now, but more in depth. He was very excited. He didn't even know what he really wanted. He knew exactly what he wanted, kind of. He's a very smart, successful business person, but what he realized is certain things it was not so clear to him what he wanted, right? So that's why I created 13 different areas, and I think if you have more, share with me. But I think this cover probably everything.
This is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, took me some time to discover them, but these are what we have here. Awesome. Okay, Moshe, you can start now, and you guys.
All right, I'll start.
Please.
So, self, I feel very, very happy about myself. I feel like I'm using my talents. I feel like I'm using my talents, and I wake up knowing that I'm doing it right. I'm using my God-given talents. And you see the word habits. I have a habit that I would love to kick. You know, I bite not my nails, my fingers, my cuticles. I would love to leave those guys alone.
All right, no, as if it happened. Moshe, pretend it happened already. If it's possible.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I no longer. My fingers are never near my mouth.
Nice.
Unless I'm eating, chicken. I love my wife and my children. We're spending a lot of time together. Spirituality. I am feeling connected to my Yiddishkeit, my body, weight, appearance. I am able to do a 50-meter handstand walk, something I was working on the past 3 years. Finally, feels really good to be able to do that handstand walk. Career. My business, my gratitude dude business is really taken off. I've spoken about once a month. I'm traveling somewhere where I want to travel. I don't take every speaking engagement, every in-person workshop, but I'm bringing my gratitude program, building companies, bringing my gratitude program specifically to property management companies and real estate companies, helping them be more profitable, more productive, and really more pleasant for their employees and clients. Money, I don't have a specific amount of money, but I have so much. I don't really focus on it. There's just a lot of it. Time, I really have a lot of time to read, time for myself, time for those I love. I live in Detroit, Michigan, but I have also a house in a very nice place. I like to go spend time over there. And my parenting, I love spending time with my children, my wife, just lots of time together to do good stuff. And I have a couple friends, and all I need is a couple good friends. That's all I need. I don't need to have a lot of friends. And I'm just grateful that I have those couple friends. In terms of fun, my days are fun. That's the truth. I wake up, I don't feel like I need to get away, need to go do these fun things because my life is fun, my work is fun, and I incorporate fun through my exercise and my boxing. That's something else that I started doing recently. And I give back to the community. I give time to the community through Bikur Cholim. I do a lot of Bikur Cholim. Because I don't have to work as hard, I'm able to, go, be Mesamech people in the hospital, bring my guitar over there. And legacy, really, it's all about the gratitude. Besides the business part of the gratitude, dude, it's just my WhatsApp status now went from 500 views to 50,000 views. Like many people are watching my status and getting chizuk, and that's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, now let me ask you. If you got to those goals, imagine you got to them. Just imagine right now, and everyone else here, whatever your goals are, your vision for 3 years. At this stage, you can change it next time when you do this exercise. Imagine you got there. How does it feel?
Feels very good. Very good.
What else?
Yeah. It feels like I'm doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like I'm free. It's not like I used to have this like drive inside of me, and sometimes a frustration when I wouldn't do what I wanted to do. But now that I do them, I just feel like I made it. I'm there.
Oh, beautiful.
Ben says Gan Eden. That's it.
Yeah, awesome, beautiful, love it.
Yeah.
So it feels exciting. You feel you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're doing something right. So now let me ask. Now, so the next part of the exercise is a bit sobering. Many people tell me they feel humbled by the second part of the exercise. I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but let's do it right now. So now let me share with you once again. Let us rate. Let's go back to current state, back to 2023. From 0 to 10. 0 is the worst, like you want to jump from the bridge. That's it. 10 is like the most exciting thing. You want to sing and dance because you got it there. So where are you holding between 0 and 10 in those certain areas of your life, or whatever areas you want to?
All right, start from 1.
Yeah, let's go.
So today I'm like a 8, 9. Yeah.
No, that's a lot.
Yeah. Number 2 is like, 7.
7.
Nice.
Nice.
Number three is either like a 10 or a 2.
What? 10 or 2?
10 or 2.
Present day? Fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's complicated.
Get it,
Number
I get
4
it.
is number 4 is 7. Number 5 is 5. Number 6 is 5. Number 7 is 6.
6, okay.
Number 8 is 7. Number 9 is like 8.
Beautiful.
Number 10 is 8. Number 11 is 7. Number 12 is 7. Number 13 is 7.
Wish, how does it feel now?
It doesn't feel as good as it felt, the 2020.
Right, I could imagine. I know programs that some people go there every year, all the time, because they live in the life of their dream. And they come back home, and after a while, just the whole thing disappears. So I do know that it's important to dream. It's also important to know where you are right now. Okay, this sobering feeling. It's not about just feeling good about yourself. It's actually to feel good in order to know your vision, and then take the steps to get there. Right. As I remember, our 4th ingredient or part of our program is to connect how to measure yourself and to be grateful to all the steps you take. Otherwise, you're not going to get there. So you need to be excited about where you are right now. At the same time, to be clear about what you want to accomplish. Okay, so that's not a contradiction if you do it well. Okay, so we're kind of creating a gap between our vision and our current state. And once you create this gap, so we have more things I do with my clients. But right now, let's just move to our 2nd ingredient a little bit, to give a bigger picture of, and you can do your own research about things, read more books if it helps you, or you can ask me, and I can help you to get there with our program. Let's go to 2nd ingredient. So once again, this 1st ingredient is to design and start to live your ideal life. So people in my program will almost immediately start taking small steps. We have special one domino exercise that helps people to actually connect to their dominoes. It's a big domino and there's small dominoes. Okay, awesome. So the second one is finding your why. So you have to find the purpose. I have this one guy, actually, because let's share with you. He's just sent me a testimonial yesterday. I'm making right now a promotional video. Let's see if I can share with you. Here. One second, I can open it.
I want to show you.
Okay, let me show you. It's a very cool guy, successful, a young man. So this young man is doing, I can't give too many details. It's a kind of, but this module changed his whole idea of how to start his own business. Basically, one module. Okay, let me just show his excitement about it. This was right after it happened. What do you share? I share here. Share sound. My video clip. Share. Tell me it's fine. Second.
I want to show you guys something. You see this right here? What is your purpose? Well, I got a lot closer to figuring out what mine is. Now, it's not magic. It didn't take one session. I believe around the 4th or the 5th one, that's when I really had a big breakthrough. But when you do, the amount of clarity that comes rushing in is insane. You got a whole new lens to look life through. Now, I love this program because it's a group. Now, I'm a big fan of one.
Okay, fine. It's not here about the program. It's about this one specific thing. Good. So this guy, he told me after this, he told all of us after this one module, just once he found out about his why, he didn't even he felt like, what else can I get from the program? And he got even more. Thank God. So right now he's working up the ladder of in his career much faster. He was able to connect to his vision as well much faster because of that as well. Okay, so then why? So why do we do this? Why? So it's okay. This is the people can come to me and someone asks like, why can't I just do what I know I should be doing? Like, it's a good question. People know what they need to do. In America, out of 100% people that have New Year's resolutions, only 8% actually do them. Only 8%. So that 92% after a couple of weeks give up. I mean, one, you know what you want to accomplish, you know what you want to do, and just don't get there. Why not? Like doctor tells you should eat healthy, you know it's right, and you don't change your eating habits. Like, why not? So the simple reason, not simple, but a real reason, just to go deeper into this, is because your heart is not aligned with your mind, right? Your heart is much stronger than your mind. That's how it is. If you, that's gonna be our third ingredient, understand who your best self. You need to find your best self. The third ingredient for success, finding your best self as soon as possible and start doing it. So if you do not find your ideal self, who you should be, your best self, and the purpose for whatever activity you want to, whatever project or vision you have, your heart is going to stop you. Let's say simple case like I just mentioned about, let's say healthy eating. If your identity is I am not a healthy eater, whenever I feel stressed, I just go and eat, and whenever I am bored, I go and eat. Because that's what your heart tells you. Like, that's what you'll do. Your mind will tell you, no, by the way, I want to be healthy. So you have fight, you have tension, you have conflict between your mind and your heart, and your heart is going to win, guaranteed. Unless you're like psychopath or like just fighter, keep on fighting and fighting, and you don't mind, like your idea of soldier, right? So when about 9 years ago, when I started my nonprofit, I thought it would be much easier than it was. I thought fundraising would be easier and everything, management, everything would be much easier. It was really hard. First 2 years, I don't know how I survived. And I was quitting every week. And once I remember, I bought a lottery ticket and I told my wife, okay, if you're going to win now, you're going to have this nonprofit. Because I want to help people, I want to change the world, but it's very hard financially and otherwise. It was really hard. It's like this was my first big, like it's not business really, but my first organization I started on my own. And my wife said, okay, fine. I said, this lottery ticket, you're going to get your 9 to 5, which I hated to do. I had before that experience of 9 to 5, I really wanted my own thing. And we got the ticket, opened it, and nothing. And my wife tells me, you know what? That's fine. We have to do it. Right? There is a strong need for this. We have to do it. No question. I felt the same. So our why helped us to get through this difficult hump. It was very difficult. Without having really strong clarity about our why, our purpose, and what we want to accomplish, we would never get here. So now, thank God, we have employees, and volunteers, and the whole community for many different ages. And if you would have not have done it, it wouldn't be right now. So that's same with my coaching practice. If your why is not strong, the why gives you fuel to get to your destination. Right? If you travel and you say, no, by the way, let me just get to my place. I need to get there because it's like I'll make a lot of money. People burn out a lot. If you do not connect to real reason behind what you want to accomplish, one of the side effects could be burning out. You might get to your place, but unhappily. Okay, so that's actually I had a client. He instead now he has a business, very successful, whatever, upper middle class, and his problem, he had a couple problems. He came to us. One of them was he had certain limiting beliefs and self-sabotaging behavior, and also he didn't have real clarity about what he really wants and why, Once he discovered his why, he changed a little bit his what as well. What happened once? So he believed always in success, but not success the way he wants, success the way other people want. Like the American dream, he got there, upper middle class, very successful in his business. As soon as he was able to connect to his why, it was not about money, like he thought before, but it was something much, much bigger. Almost immediately, he started to implement his why, and he doubled his business. It was not his intention. I mean, he knows that, like, once you do something which you're passionate about, and it's part of your business, so he started being more passionate about his business, and he was able to double it. And it's going to go even more and more. And also limited beliefs, because they also kind of stood in the way. So we had to work on a couple things for this client. Okay, so next one, the third ingredient is connecting. Let me just share it once again. Okay, fine. We don't need to share video. So connecting to your best self. That we call it also in English identity. To understand who you are. If you identify yourself as a loser, you lose. If you identify yourself as someone who wins, you have higher chance to win. Right? In our mind, there's still a person. Let's say, let me give you an example. For example, so what's the best way to start here? Okay, so your actions are manifestations of your being. Okay, you cannot start with your actions before you work on who you are. That's identity. Just yesterday, what's now Tuesday? Yeah, just yesterday, I was working with someone on his identity. He's a very successful businessman, and we were working on his health. So it was very hard for him, a lot of tension. We had a real hard time doing whatever he wanted to do. And so now we start working on his who he needs to be able to get to that place. Because your actions, as I mentioned, they manifest who you are. If you're able to connect to who you really are, you're going to have better actions, which can lead to your success much sooner. You cannot change your actions unless you address the mental processes cause you to act the way you do. Okay, so that's a very, very important thing. Okay, so if you change the do, it's very short-lived. Actions you can do, but it's very short-lived. Once you change your identity, you'll find a clear path to changing your actions. Just gonna have more. You're gonna have clarity. We have a certain exercise. We don't have much time. Okay, fine. I can share with my exercise right now, but that just for idea, and you can be interested. You can touch with me. I can give you more ideas as well. So once you're able to change your identity, you're gonna get clarity. And I did a lot of research about it. This one thing you can change immediately. You change your identity if you do it properly, if you do it the right way, you can change right now. The actions need to follow. You got to be careful, right? What you wish for yourself, but you can actually change your identity, get more clarity, and start to kind of live your life right way immediately. But action need to follow. So you have to also create a proper plan to get to your goals, right? But besides your why, it's crucial to get to your identity, to who you need to be to get to that place. Okay, fine. So fourth ingredient, once again, the first one, clarity about your vision. Also, just I forgot to mention, that's super important. Let's say, as I mentioned before, people join us for why they give all 13 areas. Let's say if most people come to join us because they want to have better careers, either to start their business or to have success in their current business. They feel stuck and blocked somewhere. So why do we address all the 13 areas? Because it's all you. If you're part of you, if you're going to ignore one of the areas, it will affect everything else because it's just you. If your hand hurts, everything else is going to suffer, right? We're all connected. So that's why I make sure all of our clients don't get clarity. We don't work on everything right away because it's not healthy, right? We choose one area, we work on one area. Once you get right tools and mindset shifts in that one area, then you can apply same things in other areas in your life. But even if you don't apply actively, the guy, he was finished the program and he was doing for his business, right? He was able to actually make his business much better, like within a very short time. And at the same time, he started exercising, which he didn't do for a long time. And regularly, he was exercising but haphazardly, and regularly started exercise and working on his relationship with his wife a little more. Like, because those things, once they are on top of your mind, even if you don't work on them, it will affect you positively. Like one of the things I ask my clients is in the program is to rate themselves like Moshe did before, to rate themselves. Then at the end, they do the same thing again. They should not look at how they rate themselves at the beginning. And the answers I get, quite a few areas were improved without even doing anything about those areas. That's really amazing because it does work. We all want. Okay, good. So once again, we have to decide, understand, get clarity about our vision, to see the gap between our vision and where we are. Second ingredient is connecting to your purpose, to your meaning, to your why. Which is fuel, which is going to give you ups and downs. If you start your business, it's very hard, and I've experienced it twice. With my nonprofit, my business, it's not easy. Once you have your strong why, like nothing stands in the way. Third ingredient for success in anything, specifically in the career, that's what we kind of focus here is to find your who, find your identity, to really get clear about 1,000. There's nothing perfect. I used to be a perfectionist. I actually worked on not being such a perfectionist because it's not healthy. Fourth ingredient that we're going to cover very shortly. This one is shifting your mindset, attain more positivity and performance. Basically, being excited and about what you accomplish right now. That's what when I asked Moshe to join us for our program, our fourth module. He's the famous gratitude dude, and it's not all about gratitude. It's just only one small part of the module, but it's an important part of the module, and helps people to be more and more productive and excited about what they do. And okay, so one client came to us. He had I'm not sure if he had this problem, but he has this problem. Many people would be jealous about his problem. He would have, let's say, a certain goal, business goal, a small business, and then he would, next year, he would double or triple his expectations. What would happen to him? He told me what happened to him is he would feel empty. And the same day, once he got to those goals, he felt a bit depressed, and he would create more goals and would be more successful. So financially, and his business was thriving, and internally, it was he thought he was going crazy. I'm not sure if anyone can relate to this in this room, but that was one of the reasons, not the only one, why he joined us. Plus to kind of work on other 12 areas of his life, not just business. So that's the problem, because he was never able to connect. When he was getting to his goal, he was always living in the future, right? This gap we create in the beginning, it is important, but it's unhealthy if you don't regulate it properly. You have to regulate that gap of what you want to accomplish to have proper way to measure your successes. So there is a whole system to do it, but simply put, just be excited about the accomplishments. Okay, that's kind of an idea of the fourth ingredient. So now we have 3 more to go. They're way more complicated. So we work very deeply on this ones with my clients in my program. So the next one is resolving blocks and basic self-sabotage behavior. When people do certain things that sabotage their success, that's very painful for many people, and they don't know why it happens. It was my most recent case. This was actually, that's crazy. One of my clients, I used to work with him for a year. My executive client, he would make a lot of money, and within a couple of months, he would lose it all this money. Just didn't know what was happening. It's definitely that self-sabotage behavior. It's one of those cases. Another one, very fit, strong man, and he would get a certain level in his fitness, and then he would go down a little bit. They go up, like it was like bounce up and down in his fitness goals. See, in his mind, what he created was I just reached my peak in my fitness, and there's nothing more to accomplish. Okay, in order for me to feel excited about my accomplishment, let me go down. It was all subconscious, not conscious decision. And he'll go up and down and then feel better about himself and goes start exercising again. So we were able to break this glass ceiling, because there's way more to accomplish even in fitness goals. In his case, he's a young man. Okay, so in the career, it happens a lot of times. People do crazy things. Unfortunately, they do not know why they happen. So the main reason, one of the reasons we have this secondary gains. It's a psychological term, psychology. You can Google it. Not sure if you're going to get the right things there because of different ideas. But secondary gain is you think if you do this action, it's going to get to something else. Like for example, a good example for secondary gain. My clients. Oh, this is crazy one. One crazy secondary gain. So this guy, he wanted to lose weight. Once again, it's not my main thing, but I help people with anything. I give them tools and they know how to get there. It's not my goal I'm not a consultant in weight loss or in business or business. I can help you to get there if you know what you should be doing. Other things are mental, internal hurdles. So he didn't know why he was unable to lose weight. He was like tiny, thin guy before he got married, and then he's like, I'm really big. He did not believe in coaching. And then he gave me a chance. Okay, yeah, 10 minutes, let's do it. Okay, so we started working on this, and we uncovered some of his limiting beliefs and self-sabotage behavior of as follows. So what the belief was: if I don't eat, I'll die. Is it true? Yes, it's true. If you don't eat at all, you'll die. But if you don't eat too much, it says you'll die. So what we discovered is when he was a child, he was watching Holocaust movies, and he saw there is in his child's mind. He interpreted that if you are look like a skeleton, if you don't eat, you'll die. Because he saw those people that were undernourished in the concentration camps, they would die. And he was afraid that he'll die if he doesn't eat. He never thought about it. By digging a bit deeper, that's what he was able to understand. So here, I'm sorry, I can't give it right now. We don't have much time, but only 7 minutes. We did work our last webinar. We went really deep. If you want, just message me. I'll leave here my number. I can share with you my the YouTube video we created. It's very in depth, going into limited beliefs and self-sabotage behavior. So I don't want to repeat it here. It's all recorded, hour long webinar. So the same goes to rewriting your past. So the idea is, basic idea is, you should focus on the good and grow from the bad. Because grow from bad. So there's either winning or learning. There's no winning or losing. Because your negative past experiences impact your present decisions, whatever you have before. So oftentimes it's on a very subconscious level. If you don't take ownership of your experiences and distance yourself emotionally from them, it ends up creating trauma of various degrees. Trauma doesn't mean like you need the therapist, but trauma is unprocessed negative experience. If you never process that experience, it will haunt you and will stop you or will slow you down from your progress, if that's part of your challenge, part of your challenge. Okay, so dealing with trauma, I'm not a trauma expert, but there's minimal kind of how do I give people tools how to deal with their negative experiences in a healthy way. Unless any therapist, then they don't come to me. That's not my place here. And number 8, actually, leaping from fear to confidence. How to get to, so the question I ask my clients, I can ask you right now here is the kind of a shortcut is, what would you do if you were not afraid, right? What would you do if you were not afraid? Winston Churchill said that fear is a reaction and courage is a decision, right? What would you do if you weren't afraid? So this sounds simple, but it's not simple. Fear is part of our life. The challenge with fear, what fear does to us, it zooms in on whatever it brings into our life. and then it makes it very big, bigger than it is in real life. So, and then we just don't take action because the fear of rejection, there's fear of failure. I had a guy who had fear of success who wants to join our program right now. We're talking about it right now. Fear of success, like what's fear of success? Yeah, there's such a thing. In his past, he had a partner who lied to him and stole all his money. And now he's, I mean, he's fine now, but back then he got this very traumatic experience. And in his mind, subconsciously, if I start a business, like if I get to a certain level of success, I'll experience pain, because right after the success, you feel pain. So that was his experience. So once we're able to discover it, he was like, wow, there's a different life. I mean, he still he wants to join our program because he wants to go and do it properly, not just like to get this one idea, which already helped him a lot. He actually started his business a little bit already. Okay, good. So once again, let me just share with you once again the 8 ingredients. Share screen. Give a chance to ask questions. Okay, so the ingredient number 1, clarity in your vision. Number 2, work on your why. 3, connect to your best self, your identity, create your proper identity. Number 4, be excited about your accomplishments right now. And there are quite a few great tools. Actually, number 1 is a lot. Usually we build up. So the number 1 takes us 8 weeks. Number 2 takes 7 weeks. So each one we go deeper and deeper and deeper. But okay, fine. Number 5, we got to work also on your negative stuff. Self-destructive behavior, limited beliefs, work on your past, and then go into the mode of confidence. The program we just finished a couple weeks ago, I had a client, had a program for women as well. Right now I just run for men, and she had to wait for 8 weeks. She was working on different things, and then after 8 weeks, this one actually changed everything. Once she realized fear is fine, it's fine to have fear, right? Until now, we're working on kind of to align all parts of you, to make you into one team, teamwork. Like, yeah, one part of you doesn't want to do it, another one doesn't want. Okay, let's make it into allies. Okay, we have intellect, we have our heart, they're not connect. Let's connect them. Okay, this one is action. You just have to act. After doing all this work beforehand, you can't just wait until things happen. Taking this fear, taking it go. So for a long time, she was not able to get her business to the next level. This number 8, that week when we did this module, she went back to whatever, started doing those important moves for her business, which is very exciting. Very exciting. So okay, good. So if you have any questions, let me leave here my email address for you. Actually, you know what, you're gonna get email from us no matter what. So the questions, feel free emailing me. If you are interested in joining our next program, which is going to be, I think we'll start May 10th. It's a program. It's like a boot camp. It's really exciting. Get in touch with me if you're interested right now. I'll give you just to stay then. When I stop recording, I'll share with you my information. I'll show you my information as well. And people from this webinar can give you a discount as well. The one to join the program, very, very powerful. Good. Right now, any questions? We have 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute of questions. I'll stay here for an extra maybe 5-10 minutes if you're interested, but I'll stop the recording so that it's just going to be between us. Questions? My pleasure.